The constabulary force, the Jamaica Constabulary Force, said that one of their members had to be transferred. One of their members had to be transferred because they permitted the officer permitted an illegal visit that was never recorded in the station diary. So, Jamaica.
Welcome to biggatv. Like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank you.
Wagwan viewers, wagwan subs, hope everybody having a blessed moment in here. See the pre, you know it's your boy biggatv and I'm black again and I'm a people. Some of viewers, you know I'm forward for share some updates about the Donnelly situation and the policeman. But before we get into all of this, my viewers, please like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend about biggatv, that are the pre. And do remember, hit the notification bell so you can get posted whenever the new video them drop as well. You can find me on all platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I also have a WhatsApp and a Telegram group, and all those links will be provided down in the description. Some of viewers, you all know by now, Noel have been charged with murder and thing, and you all know them find evidence in him house, you see me people, blood evidence and thing, pan him couch and pan him curtain. But yet still up to now, them still don't release the footage of the video, whether the apartment and stuff, you see people. So everybody know Noel off of the street and you know him in custody and whatsoever, but them still can't recover Donnelly body as yet, people. No joke. And you all know them did have a body wrap up in a sheet and thing, which them did a say a Donnelly. But when the DNA result come out and thing people, them say it's not Donnelly, it's an ex-female, is it? And that female goes by the name of Chantel or Chantal. You see me people, one of them something, but it's not Donnelly, you see pre. But separate apart from that, my viewers, them say Noel get a private visit where it never go in at the police book, it never registered, you see me, and them say it's an artist from Grand Spend. But people assume say a Joshy and people assume say and a Joshy because them say Joshy bunny him out and one bag of thing and with the case may be, you see pre. But me no feel like a Joshy still for true, cause I remember and a Joshy alone as artists come from Grand Spain, you see pre. No joke, my people. But people, anytime I get the updates on that, I just bring forward that tone and make you know what the pre and what go on, you see it. But for now, I'm gonna just leave a live with Andre Stevenson and make you hear what Andre Stevenson have to say about the whole situation. So you can leave your thoughts about this one down in the comment section. Make me know what you think about this. Leave a comment down below if you know which artist visit Noel, you see it, people. So make you hear what Andre Stevenson have to say.
The constabulary force, the Jamaica Constabulary Force, said that one of their members had to be transferred. One of their members had to be transferred because they permitted an illegal the officer permitted an illegal visit that was never recorded in the station diary. So, Jamaica, you hear what I'm saying? So, Jamaica, it was an unauthorized visit. And me said, you know, at the constabulary force said that there was an unauthorized visit that was facilitated by the JCF member on duty. So I want to know if it is illegal, or if the visit was illegal, and the JCF said Jamaica, the world, forget some of my audience is not limited to Jamaica. Good night, Globe. Good night. Because tonight is going to be a bangarang over Facebook. All angles can depend Donnelly 3 weeks after Top Girl Shauna. After going near 4 weeks. And now all angles that take up his story. Come on. When them realize some mainstream media I get a beaten. Nobody now listen to all angles, you know. Over Andre Stevens people are coming. Nobody now listen to them. Only look for forget the news. Tell me only look for forget the true, authentic, unfiltered news. Only look to. So when I see they're going to say, my people, to the world, there was an unauthorized visitor. How come that visitor is not called in for questioning? How come that visitor not called in for questioning? I'm going to say to Jamaica, do you know that one visit can compromise the entire case? Do you know? Me and you don't know. Me and you don't know, Jamaica, what that visit was about. Could it be that Mr. Maitland had a conversation with that artist to give instructions as to out, clip some wings, give orders? Don't you hear about how many people in police lockup will give orders? How many times have you heard of people giving orders from police lockup of who must dead? Did Noel give a hit? Did Noel give an order from police lockup to his alleged entertainer friend to go out somebody? Who? Noel? What was the conversation with the artist and yourself? What was the conversation with the artist and yourself? Did you give instructions as to who are to go down? Did you give the instructions, Noel? Tonight we're going to ask the artist who the Gleaner allegedly said showed up with a beauty queen. The Gleaner reported, it's not me who said it, Jamaica. The Gleaner reported, Jamaica, that the artist with a former beauty queen, went to visit Mr. Maitland at. It's not me say it is the Gleaner. The Gleaner who reported it on their front page today. So what was the visit about? How did the JCF know the visit happened? This is deep. So tonight, Jamaica, I want us to probe, but we're going to scope out. We're going to probe and we're going to scope out tonight. Who was the artist who visited? What was the purpose of the visit? What was the purpose of the visit? Was instructions given to clip wings or to out people? Who, what, how, when? Who, what, how, when? And that is how we're going to solve this puzzle. That's how we're going to solve this puzzle. You're going to tell me a man is in lockup, and in less than 96 hours, he was able to have a visitor who was not consensual, who was not even on station records to have visited him, but he came. So now we're going to make the dots, Jamaica. If the visitor who is an entertainer came, now we see why the entertainment fraternity is so silent. Now we see why some of them who are very powerful are selectively silent. Selectively silent. And the Jamaica Constabulary Force cannot summon that artist because what? Why the Jamaica Constabulary Force can't summon that artist? Is it because they cannot fathom another lawsuit from Bert Samuels? Mr. Samuels, you have the Jamaica Constabulary Force at your knees. Wow. Why, Mr. Samuels? Interesting. So because you can't afford another lawsuit, interesting. Lord God. So Jamaica, is it that? Is it that? Is it that? Isn't that? It's sad and unfortunate, Jamaica. It's very sad and unfortunate. But come over Facebook. Come over Facebook tonight. And let us reason. Let us reason. A man in lockup and a man is able to facilitate an illegal visitor. Not on station records. Do you know how many people have died in this country just by an instruction that has come from a jail cell? Do you know how many Jamaicans have died? How many gang violence have risen up just because of an instruction that comes from a jail cell? Do you know how many Jamaicans have died? How many families have been burnt out just because an instruction came from a jail cell? That visit alone, Jamaica, can compromise the entire proceedings. That visit alone. My Facebook name, all of you, I'll put it in my link right after. One jail cell can turn the entire investigation east, north, south, and west. Could it be that an instruction was given to out the truckman? Could it be an instruction was given to out the Indian man? Could it be that an instruction was given to disappear others. That's a serious thing. So when I see the constabulary force is saying, my God, do you know that artist, when I say Jamaica is not a real place, the man in our high profile investigation, and already the man shows the privilege that he has. Don't you see how Noel is showing how he's bigger than the police force? Don't you see Noel is showing how powerful he is? Don't you see Jamaica Maitland is showing how dynamic the underworld operates? Don't you see a lawlessness? How could it be that you're in lockup and you are visited by an artist? When I say Jamaica is not a real place, where else in other jurisdictions across the globe could this have happened? Don't you see where we are a failed state, that you have a justice system that a man is behind bars and the man can facilitate and invest a visitor? Wouldn't you be surprised that he's equally able to be on the roads at night? He can come out on the roads at night, do his dirty acts, and then you're saying his alibi is that he's in the jail cell. A man is behind bars and a man is able to facilitate visitors on his timing, on his call, on his instructions. So already what you're seeing, Jamaica, why you don't place him over the JDF, in the JDF prison? A man like him should be placed in the JDF prison. Because if he can do something like that already, what else is he capable of doing? And look into that now, Jamaica. Look into that and see the scope of what I'm saying to you. A justice system that the police commissioner can come out and say that fake news mashing up investigations. But the police commissioner is not talking about the inadequacies within the Jamaica Constabulary Force. He's not speaking about the caveat, the gaps within the Constabulary Force, that even when an officer is locked up, he can still do what he wants to do. He can have a visitor. So if he can have a visitor, can he equally have a phone? If he has a visitor, that means he equally can have a phone. If he has a visitor, it equally means he can have a phone. Now look into them something, man. So come over Facebook tonight and we're going to go deeper into these investigations. I'm going to put the link in my bio and we will talk further. Good evening, Jamaica and the world.